It's a real good way to. Yeah.
Even on the start golf team.
Anyway, it's a good way to have it. It's a great flavor. And even for me, I'm very grateful. It was exceptional. Let's go, gang. John's going to just stand there talking in the middle of the room.
We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Welcome to the November 19th, 2018 meeting for the Shawnee County Board of Commissioners. My name is Kevin Cook. I serve as the chair. Joining me today is Commissioner Shelley Bueller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Commissioner Bob Archer. Good morning.
Good morning.
I recognize at the back of the room we have Nels joining us. He was our cameraman with City 4 for many, many years. I understand that, he decided to come back and visit us, make sure that we're all doing well. So, welcome back. Madam Clerk, if we could begin our first item.
Our first item is item 3, consent agenda.
There are 8 items on the consent agenda. Are there any questions?
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Archer, second by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item 4, new business A, County Clerk, number 1, consider all voucher payments.
We have 46 pages of vouchers, yes. Since we didn't have a meeting with Veterans Day and then with the canvas, that's the result. $3,969,100. Let me start over. $3,969,125.15 is a big amount. We have under equipment fund $421,856. That's for 2 tractors. We also have under the Sheriff's Office, Tyler Technologies, $346,171.00 for New World, which is split between DOC, TFD, and TPD. And then also under Solid Waste and Recycling, $109,713 is for a roll-off truck and the warranty around that. So if there are no questions, I'll move approval.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Bueller.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item A2, consider correction orders.
I'll move for approval of the correction orders.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item A3, consider approval to authorize a 2019 cereal malt beverage license to the following. A, Resolution 2018-60 to TJ's Express, 5305 Southwest Topeka Boulevard. B, Resolution 2018-61 to Siemens 66, 4206 North Topeka Boulevard. C, Resolution number 2018-62 to Viking Express, 4700 Northwest Hunters Ridge. And D, Resolution number 2018-63 to Petro Deli Inc., 3603 Northwest 46th Street. And all of these have been met the criteria. They have been reviewed by the counselor and approved. No delinquent taxes. They have KBI has reviewed it, and the townships were notified, and they have had their health inspection, and all of them passed with flying colors.
Okay.
I'll move to adopt the resolutions.
Second.
Motion to adopt the resolutions by Commissioner Archer, second by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item A4, consider authorization and execution of contract C-376-2018, interlocal agreement with other local taxing entities in Shawnee County, providing a program for neighborhood revitalization to allow the public agencies within the designated neighborhood revitalization area to work together to maximize the economic incentives allowed through the act. And
Bill Fianders here from the City of Topeka.
yes, if in case you had any questions, I asked Bill to come because he is the guru of them. That.
And Bill, you made a presentation to us. If you want to come up just to recognize your work on this.
Morning.
Morning. So this is the Neighborhood Revitalization Act, and it is an interlocal agreement between the county and the City of Topeka. as we had a presentation a couple of weeks ago, this new Revitalization Act, it greatly expands the boundaries and areas. For people that are included, what are they needing to do to take part in the Neighborhood Revitalization Act?
Thanks for asking, Commissioner. We would say that if you are looking, or maybe not even, or contemplating doing an improvement to your property in the neighborhood revitalization area, it's very simple. You would contact or go online and get a form. Our application is very simple. It doesn't really kick in until you pull a permit, building permit. So you have 60 days after the building permit to submit this form. You also could contact the Topeka Planning Department, and we'd be happy to walk you through that, but it is just you indicate what your improvements are, when they're going to be completed, and attach the permit and sign away.
So it does have to change the overall value by how much?
10% for residential, 20% for commercial. And just so people know, these are, if you're just doing typical maintenance type projects, you're replacing your mechanical systems or your re-roofing, that's probably not going to do it. But certainly if you are doing either a very extensive rehab, or you're adding square footage. That's usually what the appraiser will kick in additional value when you have additional square footage. So if you're doing an addition, if you're doing something brand new, obviously that a new construction where there's nothing there right now, that obviously would qualify.
And then the benefit from it, if you do qualify, is what?
That would be, in almost all respects, it's 10 years. It's just different types of 10 years. So for the first 5 years, you would get 95% of the tax that you created back. So that additional tax, you get that back. For the second 5 years, it'll depend where you are. If you're in a historic in a historic area, in an intensive care neighborhood, you would continue to get that 95% back for the second 5 years. If you were not in one of those areas, or if you then you would just get 50% back instead of the 95% back. The one change we did make that I brought to your attention last time was infill housing. Infill housing will get the full 10 years at 95% anywhere you are in the area. So any new unit that wasn't there before, you would qualify for that.
Okay. And so this is, again, an interlocal agreement where the city and the county are giving up tax dollars and giving those tax dollars, losing tax dollars, with the idea of having those properties revitalized and generating new income in the future.
That is correct. You're deferring your tax revenue,
Okay.
yes.
Right. Any questions for Mr. Finder? Okay. And this is all, again, administered through our clerk's office, who works with the city, is correct?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions?
No, I'll move to approve the contract.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Bueller.
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
Our next item.
Item A4, never mind. How about B? Let's go into B. Corrections. Number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C377-2018, memorandum of agreement between Shawnee County Sheriff's Office, Department of Corrections, Topeka Police Department, Topeka Fire Department, and Vallejo Behavioral Health Care to fund a full-time employee in the Crisis Response Program at a total cost not to exceed $60,000, with the Sheriff's Office funding from their 2018 budget and Corrections Department's share funding from the Inmate Wellness Account being $10,000 each. City of Topeka Police Department and Fire Department paying $10,000 each, and Vallejo paying $20,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Cole, Shawnee County Department of Corrections. This is just an annual update to the Memorandum of Understanding and Agreement we have with the City of Topeka and Vallejo Behavioral Health Care regarding the sponsorship and the fulfillment of funding a crisis mobile responder in our community. This was started many, many years ago and has been tremendous asset and a benefit and of tremendous value to our community. The sole purpose of this was twofold. One of them was to enhance officer safety, and we all know too well that what happens when somebody is in a mental health crisis, sometimes it can get very unsafe for both the law enforcement or responding staff and the consumer as well. And number two, so it's public safety, number one. Number two is divert those people away from Shawnee County Department of Corrections, which is a very expensive alternative. You're looking at about a $300 to $350 a day stay at the Department of Corrections versus coming up with a better alternative. This is, they have not raised the rate. Working with Vallejo and the City of Topeka, it is still $60,000. Vallejo will fund 20, the City of Topeka will fund 20, and Shawnee County will fund 20. I'm working very closely with Sheriff Herman Jones in the Sheriff's Office regarding this. They will be taking the money out of their budget. For us, we use the inmate wellness account, because not only does this benefit us on the streets prior to getting to jail, but also Vallejo has staff that come into the jail to help us with the continuity of care. I don't have any statistics with me this morning, other than the last time I read it. I can tell you that hundreds of people are diverted away from the Shawnee County Jail when it comes to this program. Many are staying at home or they're going to services. And I'm trying to say also that they're being diverted away from the emergency room, which is another costly initiative we're trying to divert away. So this is very good investment, and I'd be happy to stand for any questions you may have.
Brian, I do appreciate everything you said, as well as the work of the people that are involved. I noticed that you recently wrote an article, or helped co-author an article in the American Corrections magazine, and I gave it to the counselor's office to distribute to the other commissioners so they can see your work that you've done, and so thank you for all your work on that. I also see Sheriff Jones at the back of the room. I don't know if the sheriff has anything additional to add to the benefit, since he is a participant.
Oh, absolutely.
And a partner in this. It does draw together several different departments and areas.
Good morning. Herman Jones, Shawnee County Sheriff. Basically, just reiterate what Director Cole said. This has been a benefit for all citizens as well as for the entities of the Shawnee County and Topeka. I was just looking at some of the roll call information there, where we've had several incidents over the week where our CIT members were able to come in and divert individuals from going into the jail or so, and able to assist individuals with mental health issues there. So it's a very worthwhile project, and it's just it seems to be working out real well. So.
Any questions, commissioners? I'll move for approval of the contract.
1 second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next item.
Item C, Parks and Recreation. Number 1, consider approval of request to award bid for the roof and siding project to Daltmeyer Roofing for replacement of the roof and siding on the Shawnee North Aquatic Shop in an amount of $15,520.64 from the 2018 Outdoor Adventure Aquatics operating budget, and authorization and execution of contract C-378-2018 for same.
Good morning, Commissioners. David Alliker, Shawnee County Parks and Rec. This is just a contract that needs your approval on. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Any questions for Mr. Alliker? Commissioner Archer?
Yeah, there was, when we put this out for bid, there were 2 bids that came back.
Correct.
We didn't take the lowest bid. Why not?
Correct. Currently, we have a leak in the roof now, and we have spray foam on the inside, so we can't really track the leak. We're afraid with the committee that I devised to review these, the lowest bid would have a spray-on roof, and we don't think that will, there's a lot of nooks, crannies. We're afraid they won't get the leak. Plus, with that bid, they had 29 gauge metal on the sides. The bid that we went with a heavier metal. Plus, with the metal that they put on the roof, they will put foam, they will put plywood to make everything level, be more insulation as well. We just figured to get more durable product if we went with a metal roof versus a spray-on.
Commissioner Archer, any other questions?
No, that's fine. I'll move to approve the contract.
1 second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Archer, second by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next item.
Item D, Sheriff's Office. Number 1, acknowledge receipt of correspondence from Sheriff Jones regarding purchase of the Law Enforcement Support Package 50 for 50 hours of support from Lexipol contract C-379-2018, at a cost of $6,950 with funding from the 2018 budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Captain Hubler with the Sheriff's Office. As you may remember, a couple of years ago, we switched from being CALIA accredited to Lexipol for our policies and procedures. One of the big advantages is all of our policies now are written and reviewed annually by a composition of lawyers with Lexipol, and we've found a distinct advantage, and this is going to get us some more hours to finish up getting all our policies and procedures approved by Lexipol.
Any questions for Captain Hubler?
No, I'll move to acknowledge receipt.
Motion to acknowledge receipt by Commissioner Bueller.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item D2, acknowledge receipt of correspondence from Sheriff Jones regarding purchase of 10 Dodge Durango Pursuit SUVs at a cost of $33,477.28 each, for a total of $334,772.80 from Davis Moore, Inc., off the State of Kansas contract with funding from the 2018 budget.
Good morning again, Commissioners. If you'll remember, about a year ago, I was before you as we decided we were going to attempt to look at some Dodge Durangos. They have moved into the law enforcement field a little bit heavier with their SUV. They weren't pursuit rated last year, but we were very happy with the results that we got from the Durangos in fuel mileage, room, maneuverability. So they have actually released a pursuit rated Dodge Durango this year, and we're looking to replace 10 of them out of our fleet with Dodge Durangos.
Okay. Questions? I'll move to acknowledge receipt.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Archer. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thanks.
Our next item.
Item E, Human Resources, number 1, Wellness Committee update.
Good morning, Commissioners. Angela Lewis with Human Resources. We're representing the Wellness Committee this morning. I'm going to show you the Wellness Committee webpage here. We've worked very closely with IT to get this up and going. I'm sorry, I can't see. Here we go. We've worked with IT to get this health and wellness page up. We have a health and wellness committee that consists of the following members. Myself, of course, Major Eve Kendall, Larry Lesser with Solid Waste, Jacqueline Ortega with the Sheriff's Office, Betty Greiner with Audit Finance, Jim Crow with the County Counselors, Angela Friesen with Parks and Rec, and Amanda Monholland with the Health Department. All of these people and their departments have committed to health and wellness. As you can see, our homepage here shows our mission and vision, and it also talks about our events that we have coming up. Our first event will be the Live Longer Lunch and Learn that Amanda has worked very hard to put together. It's for those ready to beat tobacco addiction. The Health and Wellness Committee also has information on this page about the city's fitness center and the partnership that we've entered in with them. Blue Cross and Blue Shield's 365, our Live Well newsletter that comes out every month that we're sending via email is also now going to be posted to this page. It also contains our standing meeting information and the resolution that's around that. We just wanted to make sure that you are aware that we are moving forward with health and wellness and that we'll report to you each quarter moving forward. Are there any questions?
Any questions for Angela? Commissioner Archer.
Have we communicated to all our employees this new spot we've got on the webpage?
That email goes out as soon as this meeting is over so that everybody knows where we are.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions?
No questions, but thank you again, Angela, to you and the team, and for continuing to put health first, even with our employees. I think it's just so important. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next item.
Item K, Kansas Expo Center, I'm sorry, F, Kansas Expo Center. Number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C380-2018 with Bypass Mobile for infrastructure, hardware, and setup operations of a point-of-sale system at a cost of $111,992 for the first year, with funding from the Kansas Expo Center renovation budget and an annual recurring software subscription fee of $20,164 with funding from the Kansas Expo Center's annual operational budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kellen Seitz, Inspector of Venue Management at the Kansas Expo Center. If you recall, back in September, you allowed us to go out to RFP for a point-of-sale system. In October, those RFPs came back, and the RFP was awarded to Bypass Mobile. This item today is to approve the contract with Bypass Mobile at the exact same rate that came back in the RFP. This rate is below the estimated budget in the renovation overall budget for the project. So happy to report that one of these items, again, is coming under budget for the renovation project. So hopefully more of that money goes back in somewhere else. So happy to answer any questions on this if you have any.
Any questions for Kellen regarding the contract?
And you have operational experience with this outfit also. So.
We do, yeah. When we awarded the RFP to Bypass Mobile, it was because they were the most responsive, and they have a lot of reporting systems that are proprietary to their brand that help us operate more efficiently, quicker turnover times for patrons, so that means less time patrons have to wait in line, things of that nature that allow us to operate a little bit more efficiently and hopefully generate an additional bit of revenue from that as well.
I'll move to approve the contract.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Archer, second by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Kellen. Our next item.
Item G, Commission, number 1, consider appointment of Nicholas McKenzie to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board.
And Nicholas is here. He's in the back. I want to brag about him a little bit first, though. It's my pleasure to appoint him to this advisory board. Nicholas McKenzie served as the co-chair of the Rossville Pool Task Force when he was in grade school. And he and Taylor McCullough led that task force as youth and helped us achieve the dream of having a pool in Rossville. So Nicholas has graduated high school. He's gone to Benedictine College, go Ravens, and he has come back to Shawnee County. And so I thought of Nicholas to fill this spot, and I know he'll do an amazing job. So if you want to add anything, Nicholas, you sure can.
I think pretty much summed it up. Looking forward to it.
Great. With that, all right, I'll move appointment of Nicholas McKenzie.
Well, I think that's a hearty second as to that endorsement. So, motion made by Commissioner Bueller, second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Congratulations and good luck, and thank you for your service.
Well, yeah, definitely. Thank you for your service, Nicholas, and I just appreciate, young people stepping up. We need to hear their voice over and over and over again. So thank you, Nicholas.
Yep. Our next item.
Item G2, consider canceling the January 17th, 2019 meeting.
I'll move to approve.
There's an issue that's come up, and so a motion made by Commissioner Bueller.
Sure, second.
And second by Commissioner Bueller. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item 5, Administrative Communications.
This is an opportunity for any member of the public, department head, or other individual to address the commission on any item.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kellen Seitz, Inspector of Venue Management, Kansas Expo Center again. I wanted to give an update on a few events, a couple events that took place over the last 2 weeks, and then events we have upcoming this weekend. So, as you are all aware, Blizzard Bash took place 2 weeks ago. That's our biggest and dirtiest event that we have of the year. Dirty in a good way. That event was up overall on net operating revenues for that event of about 13%. I know that number sounds small, but that event generates a healthy amount of revenue, so that was a very big increase. So for tickets alone, We were up over $30,000 in revenue in just ticket sales. In food and beverage revenues, we were up over $35,000 in revenue there. So a very big jump again for us this year. We were able to increase that last year, so real happy with the performance and how that went. This past weekend, we also had Acacia State High School Cheerleading Championships. Happy to report Washburn Rural took second place, so congratulations to them. But we also had a packed house for that event with 5,165 people in attendance for that this weekend. So a very good event for us to showcase Acacia events at the building. And then upcoming this weekend, we have Pilots Hockey coming back to the building Friday and Saturday. So after your Black Friday shopping, come on out and join us for some hockey. Two real quick things on the hockey games for this weekend. We are giving away a pair of golden tickets each night for Thursday or for Friday and for Saturday. What the golden ticket is it's 2 tickets to every event at the Kansas Expo Center for an entire year, calendar year of 2019. So it's part of an ongoing promotion that we're working with the pilots on for their events all the way through the end of this year. So there's great stuff coming up on additional giveaways and promotions that they're doing with Kansas City Chiefs gear, player appearances, diamond giveaways, things of that nature. So a lot of really fun stuff going on at the Expo Center.
Sounds great.
Thanks,
Colin.
Good morning, Commissioners. Linda Oakes from the Health Department. Each year on the Monday before Thanksgiving, the American Public Health Association and Research America recognize this day as Public Health Thank You Day. So I'm here to thank you all, too, as the Board of Health and all the other public health professionals in here. It's everyone's job. So I want to thank you for that and wish you a happy Public Health Thank You Day. And I'm also very excited about the health and wellness activities going on for the employees. Really great stuff happening here in Shawnee County. So thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Larry Moss, Shawnee County Treasurer. It's that season again. Tax statements went out last week. If you're expecting a tax statement and you don't see it by tomorrow, give us a call at 251-5416 and we'll get that information for you. Or you can go to the appraiser's website, follow the links and get the information. Taxes are due by December the 20th. You can pay by mail, in person, or online. If you want to pay online, you can go directly to kansas.gov/property taxes or go to the Treasurer's website and follow the links, and we will accept cash, credit card, or checks. We will take your payment at the annex on 17th Street, but we do not process the payment there, so just, you can drop it off and we'll bring it downtown for processing. Thank you.
Any other administrative communications this morning? Commissioner Bueller, anything to add?
I do not have anything to add. No, thank you.
Commissioner Archer?
I was just going to say that, yeah, paying your taxes online is really, really slick, fast and easy to do, and I appreciate that. I wanted to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. And I was thinking that I'm really thankful for our employees, their dedication and teamwork. Thank you so much for being a part of a successful Shawnee County. Thank you.
I agree. And we will not be here on Thursday due to Thanksgiving. So please, think of us when you're eating your turkey dinner. I have nothing else to add. Our next item.
Item 6, executive session.
There is not a need for an executive session. We are adjourned.